on, folks? This is Herc Collects Comics, back at you with another haul video real quick, finishing up my Black Friday Part 2. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I'm going to keep this one under 10 minutes. Just going to go over some quick books, one or two online purchases as well, and get you out of here as fast as we can. So the first book that I got not long ago for, I don't know, less than $10 if I'm not mistaken, is a Danish variant for the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. This is one of my favorite covers, and I thought that it was slightly different from the American version. And so this is actually like my first international book that I've gotten. Maybe second. I might have I think I have something from Mexico, but I don't really have many. This is the original, of course. I've had this already in my collection. But side by side, they do look, let me try to do it this way. They do look slightly different. The yellow, bright yellow at the top with the spider web in the background. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think I paid like $7 or $8. I don't remember, but it was cheap. And came from Europe. I wasn't stressing shipping or nothing like that. And so that's one thing that came in recently. The other thing that came in recently were these two variants from Comic Exposure, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's where I got these from. The Clayton Crane variants for the Venom #1 that just came out. And so let me just do this one by one. This cover here I thought was really cool. It's a little tough to see with the glare, but it's kind of like, I don't know the proper terminology for it, but I guess like how you would look at certain photos if you were in a photo room, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm sure there's a better way to explain, what this cover is supposed to emulate. I don't have the proper, terminology for it, but I really dig the cover, and this is a beautiful cover by Clayton Crane. Sadly, for those of you who read my reviews, I do reviews, not on YouTube per se. I know that there are some great guys out there that do reviews on comics. Punisher88 is one of them. He always has a very thorough, well thought out, review that is just impressive. I do my reviews, writing online for entertainmentbuddha.com, and so I did do a review for this. And sadly, in my personal opinion, all this #1 issue really is just cool cover art. That's it. Whether it's this or the Gabriel Del Oro or the Mark Bagley or the Todd McFarlane refurbished image from Amazing Spider-Man #299, that last page that says I'm home, that book is fetching. There's two versions of black and white, which is going for about $100 give or take, and then the full color version, which was a 1 in 1,000 variant, meaning a shop had to order 1,000 copies to get that special colored McFarlane. I've seen a few examples on eBay where they're going for over $1,000, which is ridiculous, of course. And I figure by end of January, February, those prices will get slashed more than 50%, as they should. They should go 75%, because first off, it's a refurbished image from Amazing Spider-Man 299, but all of the different variants, I like Clayton Crane's the most, and so I bought these, and I'm alright with that, I also have the regular version, which was my reader's copy, which right here. I did a review on this for entertainmentbuddha.com. You guys can find that through my Twitter page. And, I love to get feedback on this issue. If you read it and felt it, I read this thing twice, by the way, just to make sure that I wasn't crazy, But still, even after the second time, it was a disappointment for me as a guy who's a fan of Eddie Brock and the original Venom, from the beginning. So yesterday I got together with my buddy Reaper Tate, somewhere mutually in the middle in New Jersey, and we had brunch at a diner. And, it's nice that, both Reaper and I live relatively close, so we can get together once in a while. Of course, he has family, I have family, we both work full time, so, but we got together, we had a nice lunch yesterday, and then we went to go visit a comic book shop in the area of Scotch Plains, New Jersey, called Little Shop of Comics. And, they had a nice shop, a lot of modern stuff, full extent of modern regular comics. They had a tremendous amount of trade paperbacks and graphic novels. They had a few shelf books, wall books as well that were worth, we saw the first appearance, or not their first appearance, but a cool cover with the reverse flash for $25. That was just, the black and white and the red and the yellow cover. I forget what number it is, but it's a pretty distinctive cover. So they had some books that seemed like reasonable in price. They had dollar bins. So we didn't go there to shop. We just happened to be in the area, and so we thought that we would check out Little Shop of Comics. So I bought 2 modern books there. This was a waste of $4, sadly. I read this yesterday. I bought this because I've read a couple of other things from Scout Comics. If you guys, watched some of my videos or read any of my reviews online, I've talked highly about Once Our Land by Peter Rick, which was published by Scout Comics. They're also the publishing company that publishes Hench Girl. And so I saw this, and the cover caught my eye. I read it. And, it was so bad, in my opinion, that I kind of didn't even finish the last 3 to 4 pages. I didn't get past the halfway mark because I felt like I was committed, and it just got to the point where I was like, I wanted something else to read. So, sadly, Fisheye did not cut it for me. I also picked up Reborn #2, this cool black and white variant. I'm not familiar with the artist, I do not think. It's not a Capullo cover, to the best of my knowledge. It says Kaare. Sadly, I'm not familiar with who that is. I apologize, but still a great cover. So I haven't read issue 1 yet. I know people have been talking highly about it. I do hope maybe around the Christmas holiday to catch up on some of the modern reading. It's just, collecting comics here left and right, and sadly I haven't been able to read certain things. But I do look forward to getting to Reborn at some point. And then the third thing I bought from Little Shop of Comics was a Christmas gift from my son. Another review that I did recently was DC's Superpowers #1, which came out, I believe, this past week or the week before. And, it's a book by Franco and Art Baltzar, and Baltazar, excuse me. And I got it because I'm trying to, my son now, like many kids growing up today, he's become fascinated with the cell phone and the cell phone games. But we've been reading to him since he's been old enough to sit up. Right out the room, we were reading different kinds of books to him. And, now, incorporating a little bit of comic book reading into the reading lineup just to keep him engaged. And I thought that Superpowers 1 was such a good read. For kids of all ages, there's nothing in there over the top. Some of the pages had panels that were slightly larger in size so that it's easier for the younger set of eyes to take in. The dialogue letters, were big and vibrant, and I thought it was easy for him to follow along. It seemed, again, my son is 4, but he enjoyed it, and we'll get issue #2. But I thought as a Christmas gift, the 2 things that he wants, he likes that I have comic boxes, but mine are just the plain white ones. So I ordered one that has some cool graphics on it, like the POW and the word bubble, the thought bubbles on the box. It's more colorful, so you get that for Christmas, and then we can start tucking away his comics. So I got this graphic novel of Tiny Titans, which I look forward to reading with him. Figure if I can do anything right, I'll get him in the habit of reading at an early age. So the rest is my online haul, which was basically just, things that I bought for $1 and some change. Nothing fancy, just things that I would like to read at some point, perhaps. I collect What If comics, and if you saw my first LCS haul for Black Friday, I had pulled a couple of What Ifs, so I got a few more of those. I got all of these from Atlanta Pickers, which is a shop out in Atlanta, obviously. And, they're a place that I go to when I just, I'm not looking for necessarily near mint stuff. A lot of the things that I get from them are things that I would like to actually read, not for, anything, high-grade collecting purposes. So this here was, I think, $1.12, most of these. So this is What If the Punisher had joined or became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Frank Castle, side by side there with Nick Fury. So that seems like this is What If number 657 from the second run of the second volume. I believe this one here is the third volume, if I'm not mistaken. This is What If starring Kazar, New York, the new Savage Land. So that seemed interesting. I like Kazar, and see what happens to New York City in this issue. That's issue 112. This is another Shield related one like the Wolverine. What with this Punisher? What if Wolverine was an agent of Shield? So we got what if the Punisher was an agent of Shield, and what if Wolverine was an agent of Shield? I wonder if they did one that said what if Wolverine and the Punisher together at the same time, agents of Shield. This year, I don't really know why I got this. It was with another book, which I believe is actually upstairs in my bedroom. It's a Dark Horse book called Guff. Featured some cover and inside stories by Sergio Aragonis. And so this was in a lot for the two of them for I think $1.22 or something like that. This is a Frank Miller cover here of Usagi Yojimbo, and it's called Dark Horse Maverick 2001. I don't really know. I haven't even cracked this one open yet, but I thought it was cool that it was a Frank Miller cover, drawing the great Rabbit Ninja, or Samurai rather. So I've been on the Sergio Aragonis kick lately. So my buddy Todd Risk and the comic book group that we started on Facebook, Comic Collectors Corner. One of the moderators in there is a really big fan of Sergio Aragonis, so I got a good deal, I think, for like $5-6, a mini series of 6 issues, one of 6, Louder Than Words. So this is number 1. And this is the Atlanta Classic Comics, and on eBay they go by Atlanta Pickers, I believe. So check them out. They got a large variety of stuff. They have good inventory, which is why I check them out. So this is issue number 1, Louder Than Words. Number 2. Number 3. He's got a nice, different kind of art style. Did a lot of work for Mad Comics. Also did a lot of books that came out with Dark Horse. Sometimes it's nice to get away to just read some silly comics. Nothing too serious or heavy. No, arms and limbs getting chopped off or shot up with bullets or even more harsh stuff, what have you. Just sometimes you want to just kick back and read something that's fun and silly, and Sergio Aragonis is the guy to do that. So I, look forward to throwing some of this in my reading lineup. This here was also another recommendation that I saw that caught my interest from the same guy on my Facebook group, Todd Risk. He posted his first comic book that he recalls purchasing, which was this. So Atlanta Pickers had a comic lot with a couple of these, with the numbers in sequence. This is Batman, and he said it was his first book, Batman Fighting Ninjas. So this is from the 1980s here, and this is issue 431. So what I did was I just got the whole lot. They were 50% off, by the way, everything from Atlanta Pickers for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend, the 3-4 day sale that they were running. So these were already 25% off. And then on top of the markdown, there was the 50% off for the Black Friday. So that's issue 430, 431, one that my buddy Todd posted there, 432. This has, I look forward to reading all of these. Some John Byrne here. This is issue 433. I like when you can also get the lot and, the issues are one right after the other. And then this is issue 434, part 2 of 3. And then the last of that 3 of 3. And then the last stuff that I got, as we wrap up here, doing some expanding my Wolverine collection, and I always found this guy's artwork, Sam Keith, intriguing. I've never actually had any of it in my collection, but his covers are interesting, so I wanted to pick a few of these up. This is a fantastic cover. Looks like it was a 4 or 5 issue story arc, Wolverine vs. Venom. And I've always had a thing for when the titles and covers are manipulated in some way, like Venom is breaking the Marvel Comics Presents, title. So that always catches my eye. So a few of these here were covers by Sam Keith and or had artwork on the inside by him. So this is another cover with him and Venom. And I look forward to reading these. That's issue 117 and 118. This is issue 119. I think I've heard people say about this artist that his style is kind of, you either love it or hate it, or I've also, I think, heard people say that his artwork is an acquired taste, So this is another interesting cover. Venom using Wolverine's claws to pierce that dude that's jumping at them. That's the other thing. I had to break this up because, oh, by the way, these are all double covers. But I feel like I'm going really long on time here, so I'm not going to show the other side. Looks like these issues were half and half, with these other ones kind of revolving around Ghost Rider. And this one here has Cloak and Dagger in it. But I'm sorry that I'm kind of going a little bit too long here. This is 16 minutes. And then the last issue from this particular lot was issue 124. And again, it's got Wolverine on this side, and then Ghost Rider on this side. So anyway, I kind of rambled on. I apologize. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos, and I'll catch you down the line. Oh, and we're still filming. Oh, shit.